Hey guys, welcome back to Camp in a Box. Today we're going to make our very own bubble wrap beehive. From home you're going to need a permanent marker, a writing utensil, and a paintbrush, as well as a pair of scissors. In your kit you're going to get a large sheet of paper, a sheet of bubble wrap, some brown construction paper, and then white and yellow paint. To get started, grab your bubble wrap and flip it so that the poppable bubbles are on your table. You want the smooth surface on the top. Then grab a marker and draw out a beehive shape. Bees can make their hives into some really cool shapes out in the wild, so have fun and draw out whatever shape really you'd like. I went with this more cartoony classic shape. Once you're done drawing, go ahead and grab your scissors and cut out your beehive. Don't forget to save the scraps of bubble wrap so you can pop the bubbles on them later. I love doing this, so I put my extras on my desk at work. Paint our beehive. Go ahead and grab, let me retrieve that real quick. And go ahead and grab your yellow paint and your paintbrush and start painting your beehive with the bubbles up. We're going to use your beehive as basically a giant stamp for your white paper. You're going to want to work fairly quickly because you don't want the paint to dry before you have a chance to press your beehive stamp onto your white paper. You're also going to want to make sure that you lay the paint on pretty thick. So go back over any dry looking spots or spots where it looks like you didn't get a lot of paint. Once you're happy with the paint coverage on your beehive stamp, go ahead and grab your white sheet of paper and get ready to stamp. Try to center your beehive onto your paper and then press it down. And use your hands to gently press the stamp into the paper. You don't want to press too hard because then all the bubbles will pop. And ideally, you're going to want to use this beehive again for future projects. When you're ready, lift your bubble wrap away from the paper from the bottom and set your large sheet of paper aside to dry while you draw out a small door out of your brown construction paper. Go ahead and cut out your door and use some glue to adhere it to your beehive. It's okay if the paint's still a little wet at this point, the door will still stick. Time for the really fun part, actually making the bees. So take your yellow paint and press your thumb into the cup. Then firmly press it onto the paper and hold it there for a couple seconds. This will leave behind an impression of your thumbprint. Go ahead and put as many bees onto your hive as you'd like. You can also have other people in your household add their own thumbprints to your hive. Once you're done with all of your thumbprints, set your hive aside to dry, ideally for a couple of hours, if not overnight. Now that your hive is completely dry, it's time to grab a marker and start adding decorative elements. I recommend using a permanent marker, but a normal black marker or a pen will work just fine. To start off, you're going to want to outline your beehive. Now you're going to want to leave a little bit of white space between your marker and the yellow paint that makes up your hive. Try to trace around all of the little bumps and odd pieces where the bubble wrap transferred over. This will help make your hive look natural and really unique. Don't forget to outline the door as well. I decided not to decorate my door, but if you want to add something like a door handle or a little window, go for it. This hive is all yours and you can decorate it however you want. Now it's time to actually start drawing our bees. So you're going to want to make sure that they have a nice little face as well as stripes. Don't forget the stinger, wings, antenna, and 6 legs as well. I used the black permanent marker for all of this, but if you wanted to mix it up and use different colors, so each of your bees had different colored stripes or wings, that's something you could do as well. And our first little bee friend is done. Now it's time to do the other 3. If you want, this craft could be a honeybee representation of your household. So you could have a bee that represents you, and then maybe a bee for mom and dad, or grandma and grandpa, maybe your siblings as well. If you have pets, you can even try to put a dog or a cat face on one of your honeybees and include them in the hive. Just make sure that all of your bees have 6 legs, their stinger, antenna, and a set of wings. And there you go. Your basic beehive is all done. Now you get to decorate your beehive however you want. I added a little phrase at the top that's "We're all a buzz this summer," and then labeled each of my bees as members of a pretend family. Then I decided that our bee friends needed something to eat, so I grabbed some markers to draw grass and some wildflowers so that the bees can collect nectar for their hive and spread pollen. Bees are really important to our environment because they act as pollinators. So when they spread pollen from one flower to another by collecting it on their legs, they're actually helping those flowers grow and make new flowers. So if you want to help out the bees in our neighborhood, go ahead and plant some native flowers around your house or on a patio so the bees have some place to stop off, get some nectar, and go about making their honey and pollinating flowers. Once you're happy with how many flowers you've put around your hive, you are done with this craft. You can hang this up on a fridge or maybe even start an art wall for this summer. Thanks for crafting with me today, guys. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.